Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. If you are ready to learn, you are definitely in the right place today. We're taking a really fascinating, structured deep dive into the massive and honestly kind of hidden digital machinery that powers modern search engine optimization. We're going to use the comprehensive service catalog of a prominent agency called FirstPageRanks as our blueprint. Basically, we're going to peek behind the curtain and see exactly what moving parts are required to dominate search results today.
So, here's the million-dollar question, right? What does it actually take to rank on page one? This is the central puzzle that plagues literally every business owner and marketing director trying to gain visibility in increasingly crowded search results. You know you need to be there for sure, but the gap between just launching a website and actually appearing at the very top of Google, well, that can feel like a vast, uncrossable canyon.
Okay, let's dive into this and map it all out. Here is our structured roadmap for today. 1. The quest for page 1. 2. Building the SEO foundation. 3. Expanding your digital footprint. 4. Specialized strategies. And finally, 5. The cost of ranking.
Let's kick things off with Section 1, the quest for page 1, setting the stage.
Right out of the gate, FirstPageRanks heavily emphasizes white hat SEO. Now, why is that? Well, because the goal isn't just some short-lived traffic spike that vanishes overnight. By focusing on completely natural keyword integration, genuinely helpful content, and highly authentic backlinks, agencies prevent their clients from suffering devastating algorithmic penalties. It's really all about sustainable, long-term growth.
And that brings us directly to their core philosophy. You see, a real agency treats algorithm changes as opportunities to grow, not as annoying obstacles to be tricked. By relying on solid, data-backed decisions and strictly measurable performance, they are constantly testing and adapting. They aren't trying to manipulate the search engine at all. They're literally just trying to align perfectly with what the search engine actually wants to deliver to its users.
Moving right along to Section 2, building the SEO foundation, looking inside the website.
So, the crucial point here is this. Without technical SEO, literally none of your other marketing efforts will matter. Think of it like building a house. You absolutely need a solid foundation. You could have the best content in the world, but if a search engine bot can't crawl your site because it's way too slow, or if a user bounces immediately because it looks terrible on their phone, you simply won't rank. This back-end optimization is the non-negotiable groundwork.
Think of authority and relevance as two halves of a balanced scale. On one side, we've got on-page SEO. That's everything you control directly inside your own site. And on the other side, off-page SEO, which is how the rest of the internet interacts with your site. Let's break down that inside piece first.
These are the absolutely essential on-page SEO actions. Think of this process as translating human search intent directly into the site's technical architecture. Agencies optimize meta titles and descriptions to really boost those click-through rates. They structure content with proper header tags, H1s, H2s, so search engines clearly understand the hierarchy of the information. They seamlessly weave keywords right into the text, structure URLs logically, and implement schema markup, which is essentially just code that helps search engines provide much more informative results for all of us.
All right, Section 3, expanding your digital footprint, which is all about building authority.
So once that foundation is set, agencies build authority through off-page strategies. We're talking high-quality link building, guest posting, securing solid media mentions, you name it. And every single one of these acts as a real vote of confidence from the rest of the internet. When a highly reputable site links over to yours, it sends a massive, powerful signal to search engines that your website is a trusted, valuable resource, totally worthy of a higher ranking.
And this brilliantly illustrates a major shift we've seen in the industry recently. Modern SEO isn't just about tweaking code anymore. It is heavily intertwined with traditional public relations and brand reputation management. Digital PR uses press releases and highly shareable assets to actually generate Tier 1 media coverage. So it's really about building a recognizable brand that people naturally just want to talk about and link to.
Next up, Section 4, specialized search strategies, targeting specific niches.
Take local SEO, for instance. It isn't just about throwing a dot on a digital map. No way. It's about capturing ready-to-buy foot traffic for regional brands. It involves incredibly rigorous optimization of Google Business profiles, making sure your name, address, and phone number, often called your NAP, are perfectly consistent across the whole web. And, of course, actively managing customer reviews. Let me tell you, if you are a local business, this is absolutely your lifeblood.
But what if you sell online? Well, for e-commerce stores, the strategy completely shifts. Super fast loading, highly optimized product and category pages are absolutely vital to actually converting that organic traffic into real sales. This means heavy investments in mobile SEO, touchscreen usability, and product schema to ensure things like price and review snippets show up right there in the search results.
And then we have the absolute cutting edge, voice search SEO. This is such a fascinating emerging service. Instead of typing short, choppy phrases into a browser, consumers are now speaking full, natural language questions right to their smart devices. So agencies now have to optimize content to be highly conversational and really target these longer, question-based keywords to capture this fast-growing hands-free audience. Finally, let's look at Section 5, the cost of ranking, the actual financial investment required.
4,900 Indian rupees. That is the starting monthly cost, just for SEO research and market intelligence at FirstPageRanks. That's literally the absolute baseline, just to do the keyword research and audit planning before any of the real heavy lifting even begins.
Now, what's really interesting here is watching how the complexity, and obviously the cost, scales up. Basic on-page content optimization runs about 6,200 rupees a month, but as you move into specialized services like e-commerce SEO at 14,500 or high-level enterprise digital PR at 19,500 rupees a month, you really start to understand the massive resources required to run a full-scale, highly competitive campaign.
And there's a real cost to getting it wrong, too. If a business tries to cut corners and makes a mistake using shady, manipulative tactics, they will absolutely get penalized by Google. Agencies actually offer specific damage repair services, starting at 12,500 rupees a month, by the way, just to identify toxic links, disavow them, submit reconsideration requests, and try to desperately restore the organic traffic that was lost. It really does pay to do it right the first time.
Which brings us to this perfect summary quote straight from the agency's FAQ. The goal is sustainable visibility, steady traffic growth, and stronger online credibility over time. SEO is definitely not a short-term sprint. It is an ongoing marathon of technical maintenance, content creation, and real relationship building.
So I want to leave you with this final thought. Knowing the sheer scale of the SEO engine required to actually reach page 1, the technical audits, the PR outreach, the local mapping, the constant content refinement, is your business truly visible? Or are you kind of just a needle in the digital haystack hoping to be found? It's a critical question every focused learner and business owner needs to answer for themselves. Thanks so much for diving into this explainer with me, and keep exploring.